So, God of War tier list. I'm not the first doing it, and I'm not gonna be the last. So, yeah. With that being said, let's start. First, God of War, the first God of War, the one who started it all. God of War 1, 2005. What can I say about this game? I played this game when I was very little in my PlayStation 2. It was my father's actually. But the DVD got cracked and I lost the game. But I replayed the game not a long time ago, and I can say it's amazing. I'm not gonna say it's perfect because there's some things that God of War 1 didn't do very well. It was the first, so it's normal. I'm gonna say it's very good. It's not perfect, like I said. It's very good. I love this game. God of War 2. I'm I might be in polemic saying this, but I kinda prefer the God of War 1 comparing to God of War 2 because I feel more connected to the story in the first game. God of War 2 has an amazing story, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna say it's very good too because I know it's even better than the first one, but I personally like the first one the most. But yeah, it's a very good game. And I think, being fair, God of War 2 it's perfect. I don't think anything the game could do any better. Like I said, I like the first one better, but the second one did so much better. The graphics are amazing, the gameplay got so much better, the history I don't like it, but it's very catchy. So yeah, I think it's perfect game. I don't see what God of War 2 could have done better. Now we arrive in 2008 with God of War Chains of Olympus. I replayed this game not a long time ago, and I played it when I was a kid in my PSP. It's a good game. Obviously it's not as good as God of War 1 and God of War 2 because the PSP has some limitations, like the one analogic instead of two. So the gameplay it's not as fluid as the God of War 1 and 2. It's a good game. I think they did what they could, but I like the story very much, but it's not as good as the God of War 1 and God of War 2. I'm gonna say it's okay because I think it could be better in the gameplay. Speaking of gameplay, but it's a good game. It's a good game. You can replay it. If we were talking about the remaster that was launched to PS3, I would say it's a very good game because they made some improves. But talking about the original version for the PSP, I'm gonna say it's okay. Now we arrive in the love of my life, God of War 3. I'm not gonna hold suspense. It's perfect. This is one of the best games I've ever played in my life, in my opinion. It's so perfect. The story, the weapons, the magics, the gameplay, the graphics, everything in this game was perfect. I love this game so much. It took the God of War 2 and improved so much. The graphics are perfect even today. I don't see how they could make the graphics better, so that you can compare. When they relaunched the remaster version for PS4, they didn't change the graphics, they only upscaled the game. I don't know what I can say more. God of War 3, it's the best one in my opinion. God of War Ghosts of Sparta. Maybe I'm being polemic, but I don't think... I think it's a very good game, but I don't like it as much as I like the first one. The story is more Kratos focused and not so much in Olympus. but it's a good game. I know I know much people that love this game, and say some people say it's the best game they played in the franchise, but the story makes me not liking it very much. It's okay, but I don't like the Demus and the what's the name of his mother, Callisto, and Callisto plot. I think it's good for understanding the character, but I prefer the Olympus focused games. Yeah, the gameplay suffered a little bit changes from the God of War Chains of Olympus, nothing very much, but it got better. I like this game. It's not as much as good as the first game, but I like it, being fair. It's a very good game. For PSP, it's perfect. They couldn't do any better with the PSP, in my opinion. God of War Ascensions. I played this game not a long time ago in the emulator. Yeah, I never understood why people hated God of War Ascension so much until I played it. The history, it's okay. It's a prologue. It's not very epic when you compare to God of War 1 and 2 and especially God of War 3. It's a good game, but suffered some changes that doesn't make it a God of War to me. I really missed the combos in this game. I really missed some things. I don't like the fact that you don't pick up weapons during the gameplay. You only pick powers for your Blades of Chaos. It could have been well worked. But yeah, it's a good game, don't get me wrong. Compared to other games, the graphics are amazing. The most realistic that God of War reached before God of War 2018. But I think at this point God of War was suffering a bit of tiring in the market. The games were starting to get very similar and they tried to change some things, but it didn't work very well. I'm gonna put it in okay. It's a good game, but it's not as good as God of War Chains of Olympus and the rest of them. Yeah, and we arrive in the last one. People gonna hate me if I say this. I like being fair. This game is perfect, but I want to make this tier list my opinion. So I'm gonna say it's very good because it has some things that for me are not God of War. I miss some characteristics. I don't like the new camera perspective. I know it's more advanced and God of War needed a change, and it's okay. Don't get me wrong, it's very good, but I don't like it as much. I don't like I'm not very interested in the Nordic mythology. I personally prefer the Greek one. But it's okay, but I don't feel like this is as much as God of War as the others. So I'm gonna put it back before God of War 1, because God of War 1, especially God of War 1, have such a warm place in my heart, and I can't say the new one made me as happy as the first one did. So yeah, I think this is the tier list. It's my first tier list video. I didn't make a video for this channel for a very long time, and the first one I'm talking English. So yeah, I hope you liked it. Leave your opinion in the comments if you want. I'm gonna answer you all. See you in the next video. Bye.